Number 22, Ainsley Beach gets the start, and number 24, Maya Davis. For the Kings, in the starting lineup, number 2, Caitlin Kramer, number 4, Gwen Sears, number 10, Kaleo Anderson, number 20, Catherine Ellard, and number 23, Ava Francisco. And we are underway. Gwen Sears with the ball after the tip. Shot gets blocked.
Ainsley Beach had a really nice block there to start things off, held her ground.
Gwen Sears along the baseline. Into Catherine Ellard with the 3. They just counted it as a 2. And Kings takes the early lead.
Looks like Kings is in a little 2-3 zone.
Dunn down along the baseline, gets it back out to Davis. Armstrong. Armstrong setting up the offense. Ball gets kicked. Terrace possession.
Reset the 30-second shot clock.
Miley Armstrong, good to see her out on the court. She was suffering a little bit of tendinitis, I think it was, last week.
So she's feeling better.
Davis with the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound.
And a foul on number 23, Francisco.
Again, Ava Francisco, leader of this Kings team. Tremendous season last year.
Looks like Kings is content into packing it in on a zone and forcing Terrace to shoot from the outside. And Ainsley Beach.
From about the elbow, gets the bucket. Out on the wing, that's Anderson. Over to Francisco. Long 3, goes in. Referees look at each other, decide what the whistle is. And Todd, this is why you're here.
Well, I definitely think they need to get together and figure out okay, basket's good. Ooh, that's a double whammy on Terrace. So basket counts for Kings, and there's an off-ball foul on Terrace, which gives Kings the possession back. So well, that's 3 plus a bonus possession. That's tough. Didn't see what happened.
Could be a really good trip for Kings to
yeah.
Over the court this time.
Maybe an illegal screen. It was on Maya Davis.
Ellard with the 3, and it's good.
Kings can shoot.
Catherine Ellard has 5 of the Kings' 8 points. Terrace finds himself in an 8-2 hole. Davis, Jefffield on top. Back to Davis. Cross court over to Armstrong. Corner. Back out on top.
Good ball movement.
Davis with the drive. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Battle for the rebound. Ends up in Kings' hands. Francisco on top. Over to Ellard again. Ellard gets it inside to Francisco.
A very nice pass. Ellard's kind of that unsung role player on this team, isn't she? So finds teammates open.
Again, just a sophomore. Second team all-conference last year is Chris.
I see why.
Davis, Armstrong, back to Davis in the corner, eyes a 3, long, ball. Anderson brings the ball up. Shot goes up by Kramer, no good, Terrace rebound, Sheffield with the ball over to Armstrong in the corner, she'll try a 3, no good. Davis with the board. Put back, no good. Armstrong continues on with the break. Sears.
Some good defense by the Terrace Hawks.
Tough shot for Anderson, but gets it to go. Inside. Well, to lead. Terrace wants a timeout.
A 30-second timeout.
This will be a 30-second timeout. 4:56 to go, and Kings jumps out to a 12-2 lead.
I'll tell you, they're making baskets. I mean, I don't know if they can keep this pace up, but boy, if they do, it's going to be a long night. They've been about 5 for 6 from the field so far. So, because Terrace is playing pretty good defense. They're not making it easy on them, but they're definitely a cohesive group.
Armstrong with the ball over to Sheffield. Back to Armstrong. Kings with the steal. That's Sears with the shot attempt, no good. Back into the hands of Kings.
Pretty good reaction there, huh? That's pretty good.
We had the ball coming right at our faces here, but we saved the equipment.
That's right. That's the most important thing.
Angelo Como is relieved that the HBN Hawk TV equipment is still all in one piece. I'll mention.
Good.
We'll talk more about the HBN Hawk TV during the break here, but right now we've got Dunn with the ball down deep, gets stolen.
Tremendous pressure from the Kings defense so far.
Turnover, back into the hands of the Hawks. That Sheffield bringing it up, tries to get it in deep. That's Sierra Sanko that slipped into the game. Number 33.
Looks like we got Penner coming in for the Hawks.
Nicole Penner will be seeing her first action. Nicole is another senior on this squad. Lots of seniors on this Terrace team.
Some high expectations for a very veteran group. So
Kings with the ball. Anderson on the left wing. Out to Francisco. Cross court. Ellard, she'll take another attempt. Ball goes out of bounds and touched.
And I like the move of putting Sanko in. She's got energy, and sometimes when you're not doing well and the basket isn't going in, you need that energy player. Sierra is definitely that person for the Hawks.
Davis is back in now, so let's check that the Terrace lineup again one more time. Armstrong, Sheffield, Davis, Sanko, and Penner are the 5 on the court right now for the Lady Hawks. That's Sheffield with the 3 attempt. Rims it, no good. Rebound to the Kings. Ellard in the corner to Sears. Sears drives and will get called for the offensive foul.
Good defensive position. She got in a legal guarding position and basically just waited for that offense to make contact, and bada bing, bada boom, there it was. Good defense.
See if the Hawks can turn some defense into some offense. They're still stuck on 2 points here at the 3:32 mark of the first quarter. The Kings are going to apply a little bit of full court pressure here. Armstrong up to Sheffield, back to Armstrong, now in the full front court. Penner, Sanko tries to get it inside.
It's not a bad idea. They had their defender sealed. It was just a little bit off the mark, but I think Maya would have had a layup if it would have been a little bit more accurate. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Get Maya posting up a little bit.
Kings ball. Sears with a throw into Anderson. Anderson's directing traffic on the left side. Gets a screen. Gives it up to Sears. Back to Francisco. She'll take the 3, rims it off. That was Anderson high for the rebound. Can't get the putback to go. Gets another rebound over to Lexi Reamer.
Well, they got some shooters on this team.
Lexi Reimer Lexi Reimer with the 3. They just called it a 2. We'll check that.
Yeah, I think it was a 2. I want to say she might have been on the inside part of the line.
They're calling it a 2 according to the scoreboard, so that's what we'll go with.
Hopefully it's not a 1-point game at the end of this thing.
Francisco out on top, directing traffic, being watched by Davis, gives it up to Sears. Sears will try, back to Francisco. And it's Sears who takes the shot, no good. Francisco runs down the rebound. Watched closely by Davis. Sears will try another drive. Gets blocked. Sanko is applying the wall there. That Sears could not get through. Terrace sets up a half-court offense. Sheffield to Armstrong. Well, battle for the ball now. We've got a jump ball.
It's like a Terrace possession.
Ball, possession error by Terrace.
Kramer and Dunn back into the game, right?
Yes.
Number 2, Caleb Kramer checks back in for the Knights.
We'll check that lineup here for the Knights also. Out on the court right now, Caitlin Kramer, Francisco, Ellard, Anderson, and Reiner. Kramer out to Francisco. 1:26 to go in the first quarter. Into Ellard. Francisco gets the screen and puts up the three, and it's good.
They don't have a shot they don't like, that's for sure. They put them up and they go in.
Ava Francisco with now 8 points here in the first quarter. Terrace ball, Dunn to Davis. Tanner, she'll take the three. No good.
Oh, there we go.
Sanko with the steal underneath. Sheffield with the three, and Sierra Sanko gets a three-pointer and gets Terrace off the snide here. 17-5 now.
That was a timely basket right there. They needed something.
Terrace with possession, moving the ball around. Sheffield will try another three, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Sierra Sanko is going to get called for the over-the-back foul here. Went over the back of Catherine Ellard. Looking to grab that rebound. 29.5 seconds to go in this first quarter. Shot clock is off. Kings possession. Anderson. Kramer inside. Shot gets blocked by Davis. Brings the ball up. Sheffield inside. Ball gets swatted away by Francisco. 9.6 seconds to go. Sheffield will take the inbounding duties in the corner. Gets the ball back for a long three from the corner. No good. Kings might get a chance to get one more shot off. It'll be Kramer in a long attempt at a three. It's no good, and the first quarter ends. Kings runs out to a 17-5 lead here at the end of one. We're going to take a 30-second break here on HBN Hawk TV.
Just a reminder that the concession stand is open at this time through the double doors and to the right. Andrea, Bridget, and Tara ready to assist you at this time. Hot food, hot drinks, cold drinks, freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, and so much more at the concession stand through the doors and to the right.
Oh, I'm nailing it. Yep.
And we are nailing it here on HBN Hawk TV. We're at the end of the first quarter. The Terrace Hawks are trailing 17-5 to the visiting Kings Knights, giving up 17 points in that first quarter.
An awful lot of second chance points, too, for Kings. So Terrace has got to do a better job of blocking out on the defensive end, I think. That'll help them out if they can start sealing and blocking out, not giving them too many chances.
Ada Cox is in to the lineup here for the Kings. number 30. We also have Kylie Benston in for the Kings, for the Knights, who have possession of the ball. Kramer along the baseline. Over to the other side. I believe that was Reimer with the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. The Knights will keep possession.
Kings maintain possession.
Looks like we had a little conversation with players in the middle from referee Ryan.
Adam Cox with the throw-in, ends up in the hands of Francisco. Over to Kramer, back to Francisco. It's Cox again with the ball. Reimer. Francisco, Kramer, moving the ball.
Yep.
Shot clock down to 4.
Great defense from Miley.
And we've got a whistle after all of that. Battling for the ball.
Looks like they got Maya Davis getting on top of the player on the scrum. Looks like she might have been in a little bit of a tough position there. Referee Steve Landreau kind of saw it as advantage Kings, and then Maya came in and tried to knock the ball loose.
Cox. Over to Benston. Francisco in deep. Francisco's got it back over here on the right wing. Good watch by Armstrong. There's the shot.
Good defense by Sierra.
Yeah.
Nice defense by Sonko.
Reimer had her shot blocked there. Ball goes out of bounds.
That's 2 blocks for Sonko so far. She's had a presence in there for sure.
Cox with the throw in. Benston with the shot, no good. Sierra chases down the ball into the hands of Davis. Armstrong, Sheffield, Armstrong, Davis, in the
Good ball
done.
movement.
Sheffield will take the long 3, rims off, long rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, looks like
we got a foul on Kings. Kylie Benston with the foul, trying to knock it loose. And I think Dan Taylor's having a few words with Steve Landreau on that one. Kind of felt like that was incidental.
Sears is back in the game for the Knights. Joining Anderson, Francisco, Cox, and Sears.
Boy, they just cannot buy a bucket right now, can they? The lid is on the hoop.
Anderson up to Francisco. In the corner to Sears, back to Francisco, gets it in the
It's a nice move.
left-handed shot there in the
Boy, I
paint.
tell you, I was going to say, she switched hands. That was impressive. You can see why she was a first-teamer last year.
Armstrong, Davis. Davis, the runner at the
floater, nice move.
and she gets it to drop. Maya Davis with the 2. Anderson over to Francisco. Francisco take the short jumper. Looks like
Great
that
defense.
shot got blocked a little there.
Maybe a little contact, but play on. Yeah, and then we just turned it right
Yeah,
over.
Davis tried a difficult bounce pass, didn't get through the crowd. Anderson's going to take it all the way.
Anderson.
Shot's no good.
Good defense by the Hawks.
Armstrong on the left side, out to Davis. Back to Armstrong. Inside to Sonko. Davis. Armstrong will take the 3. No good. Dunn runs down the rebound. Back out on top to Dunn. Over to Sheffield. Cross court to Anderson. Or to
Armstrong.
Armstrong. Sheffield.
There we go.
Gets a 3. That's Maya Sheffield with her first points of the game. Ends up being a 3-pointer. 19-10 Kings. Anderson. Ball gets run down.
I like the defense. Terrace is really tightened up, and they're not giving Kings easy looks anymore.
Kings have been held to just 2 points so far this quarter.
Yep. The Hawks are on a, what, a 5-2 advantage right now. Looks like Nick wants to call timeout to talk and build on this momentum.
It's a full timeout for the Hawks as the score stands at 19-10 Kings. I wanted to remind everyone that this webcast is a product of HBN Hawk TV, a student club. It's the students that are responsible for the production. Got them on the cameras, helping out with the board, the sound and visual board. And if there's any students out there that are interested in being a part of productions like this and all the other things that HBN Hawk TV does, certainly look into it. Angelo Camo is the faculty advisor. They meet in the afternoons. I think it's on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and they are always looking for new recruits to come be involved with what's happening at HBN Hawk TV.
Who's? Oh, yeah, that'd be a good thing. Emily Crum, the do-it-all person at Mount Lake Terrace High School for athletics.
Assistant athletic director.
It's her, what, 32nd birthday today. That's right. We're talking 32? 22. Okay. Yeah.
I am not involved in this conversation.
Happy birthday, Emily. We love you.
If the name's not on the roster, they're not.
That's right. Well, we couldn't do it without her. She's the heart and soul of this athletic department in terms of what she does. So happy birthday, Emily.
She's a great help to media people like me, whether I'm doing this or doing writing for some of the local websites like MLTnews.com. Emily's great for that. But we got basketball action going on. Let's get back to the game here. That's what we are here for. It's going to be a turnover.
Kings basketball.
The Knights will take over possession of the ball here.
I'll tell you, this number 10, Kaleo, is pretty something. Watch her. She's going to be a good one.
Into Kramer. Kramer gets the short jumper, but just short of the foul line.
Too easy on that one. Ainsley Beach checking back in for the Hawks.
Sheffield.
The defense is tightening.
Ball knocked away. Ball. Anderson keeps the dribble alive. Eyes the three. It's short.
No.
Rebound right to Ben. Davis brings the ball up court. Behind the back. Behind the back again. She's feeling it. She puts up the shot. It's no good.
It's a lot of work for the fadeaway that she got on that one. It was impressive.
Anderson over to Francisco. Short jumper, no good. There's ball. Sheffield leading the break. Puts up the shot, no good.
Sanko with the return.
Sarah Sanko.
She's a little bit everywhere, isn't she? Rebounding, putbacks, energy. She does a good job out there.
Yeah, she's come in and made a difference.
Yep.
Coming off the bench tonight. Kings ball, Francisco over to Eller. There you go. Ball knocked away. Davis takes it away. Davis up the middle. With spin move, puts the ball up, gets called for the walk.
She's got to be careful here. She's got the attention of the officials. Going to have a little conversation with her about her reaction to that after the shot. It's going to get her in trouble. Ryan Taylor kind of looked at her and said, you better chill out a little bit.
Kings breaks the full court pressure that Terrace applies and ends up into the hands of Caitlin Kramer, who gets the easy lay-in.
This might not be the team you want to apply the pressure on. They seem pretty cohesive out there. Although you might have to.
Dunn in the top of the key, tries to muscle it up, gets fouled. We'll go to the line for two.
That's something to be taking a look at. You got Francisco and Maya Davis both have 2, and they're both kind of the go-to people on that offensive unit. So we'll have to keep an eye on the fouls as they pile up towards the as the game goes on. 2 isn't a big deal, but you get 3 in there, and all of a sudden the game changes quite a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they're, she's coming out for a little bit. Ada Cox back in for the Knights.
Cameron Dunn misses her first free throw attempt. Second is no good.
Boy, that rim, that lid on that rim.
Ellard over to Cox. Out to Sears. Again, ball movement, but Penner gets her hands up in the passing lane there. Gets a steal for the Hawks.
Penner's scrappy. I like her defense.
Cameron Dunn in the middle. Gets it out to Davis. Davis is going to drive. Put up the short floater, and it goes in. Maya Davis with 2.
Texas is keeping in the game, that's for sure. It's been even since that 17-5 start.
Ellard at the top. Out to Sears. Sears with the drive.
Yeah. Almost a flop there, too.
Dunn tries to draw charge, but
you could see the smiles on their faces. Like, I tried to convince them of it, but not this time.
Sears at the line, shooting 2.
Gwen Sears, one of 2 seniors on this squad, take the free throw, bounces off. Sears still looking for her first points of the night. Sheffield with the rebound. Davis, Penner. Ball gets thrown away. Davis ends up with it again. And to Dunn in the lane. Tries to get a shot off. Might have been partially blocked there.
Yeah, I think there might have been a tip there, but
That was
like
fine.
the referees kind of saw it differently.
Yeah, it's going to be Kings ball. We're just under a minute to go here in the first half. 23-14 Kings. Sears with the ball. And Coach Taylor wants to talk it over with his squad a little bit. Here with 54.1 to go. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the way Terrace has been able to kind of climb their way back into this game. Get down 17-5, and that can be a tough climb against a good team. But they've done a nice job. They've made some adjustments, and basket's still not going in yet. But boy, I'll tell you, they're getting open looks, and I think they're shutting Kings down a little bit more on the defensive side. So we get ourselves a nice little ball game.
Kings basketball coming out of the timeout.
Gwen Sears with the throw in. Cox, back to Sears. Cox, Sears. Some type of defense, some type of zone ball.
Yeah, Terrace has dropped into good call. Referee and Steve Lambert was right on that.
That was Penner who gets knocked, draws the foul at midcourt.
15 foul against the Knights.
Like Reimer's checking back in for the Knights.
Checking back in for Kings, number 22, Lexi Reimer.
Terrace ball, Davis. Sheffield, Davis. One catch into Dunn. Dunn's going to take a...
Powers it up. She's a bulldog, I'll tell you.
Anderson with the rebound, brings it up court, eyes the clock, sees there's a little time left.
Not over and back. That hit one of the defenders and then off of the offense, so they're good.
Anderson gets the shot off
It's a
and
nice little move.
goes in. Leo Anderson with the 2. Seconds to go. Sheffield heaves it at the rim. No luck there. And the first half ends. The Kings with a 25-14 lead over the Mountain Lake Terrace Hawks here at halftime. We're going to take a 30-second break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little more basketball here during halftime. This is HBN Hawk TV. And we are back here at Mountain Lake Terrace High School. It's halftime. The visiting King Knights have a 25-14 lead over the Mountain Lake Terrace Hawks. The Hawks season opener, 14 points in the first half here. Might be a little rusty.
I'd say you can definitely tell they've had a few weeks without basketball games. One team's played and one team hasn't. You can kind of see it out there on the court.
The Kings have a really busy schedule here at the start of their season. They've had 2 games over this past weekend, Friday and Saturday. They got the game tonight, and they've got 3 coming up this week. They play again tomorrow night. For all you Kings Knights fans out there, that'll be a home game against Cedar Park Christian over at Kings High School in Shoreline tomorrow night. Then they follow up with another home game on Friday against Overlake, and then Saturday they take on Meadowdale.
Wow.
At Meadowdale.
It's a busy schedule for them.
Busy week for Kings.
And Terrace is actually they got a game Wednesday against Marysville Pilchuck.
Yes.
And then they come back and they host the Marysville Getchell on Friday night,
Friday
correct?
night, yeah. So come on down to see some girls basketball. Check that boys schedule too. The girls will be back here in the Mountain Lake Terrace gym here on Friday against Marysville Getchell. If you can't make it to the game, we'll be on HBN Hawk TV again on Friday night. So
and the boys, I believe, are the opposite. So they're going to be going to Marysville. No, they're going to be hosting Marysville here. And then they're going to Getchell on Friday, I believe. Let me double check on that.
That boys game might be tomorrow night, Tuesday night.
Correct.
And if that's the case, then I believe that'll be on HBN Hawk TV also with Ben calling the action for that tomorrow night.
Yep, it is tomorrow night, and that'll be, it'll be interesting. Marysville has had a nice run of teams, but the last few years it's been more of a rebuild mode. And of course, Terrace is trying to get their legs out with them. They're trying to get guys eligible. Some sickness, of course. We've got that stuff going around. So, anytime you have an early Wesco matchup like that, even though I think one team is probably a little bit better than the other one, you definitely can't go into that game taking it for granted. You know, Marysville shoots well, and you got yourself a ball game. And I actually had an opportunity to referee Marysville Getchell last week, and they're a nice little team.
The boys team up there?
Yep, I think they're going to be one of the top 5 in the league, along with Terrace and Everett, and probably you throw Arlington in there. And boy, Snohomish knocked off Glacier Peak earlier last week, which was a shock. I can't remember the last time Snohomish beat Glacier Peak. So I think this Wesco 3A on the boys' side is going to be very competitive.
Okay.
Whereas I think the girls' side, you got your usual suspects: Stanwood, Snohomish, Arlington, and then the next tier would be Terrace, and Shorewood, and a couple of those teams competing. And I think that the Wesco 3A girls is always competitive and strong. So it's going to be an exciting season.
The Terrace girls, Nick Sarks will definitely count on some home cooking here. They played very well on this court last year, 8-0.
They did not lose.
They did not lose a game last year on their home court, and that included their postseason play also.
And they won in dramatic fashion. I was here against Meadowdale, I believe. It was an overtime, last-second shot by Maya Sheffield.
Maya Sheffield hit a three-pointer with seconds to go to give the Hawks a win.
One of the more exciting high school basketball games I'd seen all season. It was pretty fantastic.
That home game and all the others over the last couple of seasons are archived on HBN Hawk TV, so you can check those out.
It's an amazing program.
You can check those out.
Oh, and we're going to do a little tribute to Emily Crum.
Her name is Emily Crum. She's standing out here right now, and today is her birthday.
Let's get a little shot at Emily there. Emily, you're on TV. Yes, we love you, Emily. A little birthday song. To you. Willis does not have a singing voice. I'm going to stay away from singing too.
Good turnout here tonight.
Yes. For a Tuesday night, I'd say it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
All right, let's get some point totals for the first half here. We'll start with the Kings Knights, leading all scorers in the game so far, Ava Francisco with 10. Kaleo Anderson, 6 points. Catherine Ellard with 5. Lexi Reimer came in off the bench, has 2. And Caitlin Kramer with 2, totaling 25 for the Knights. For the Hawks, they are led by the 5 points of Sierra Sanko, also coming off the bench.
Yep.
5 points to lead the team. Maya Davis has 4. Maya Sheffield with 3-pointers for her 3 points. Ainsley Beach has 2 for their 14.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale of 2 quarters so far. You know, first quarter was all Kings. They were making baskets left and right, and Terrace couldn't buy a basket. Second quarter, Terrace had a better approach to defense and shut Kings down. But I'm kind of waiting for that rim, that block on the rim to come off, because Terrace just can't make any buckets right now.
Yeah.
You know? And that might be like what we talked about earlier, was just that early season, dusted off a little bit, legs aren't quite there yet. A lot of different factors there, but I kind of expect Terrace to shoot a little bit better in the second half.
Well, I don't think stamina is going to be too much of a problem, even though it's early in the year for the Hawks. They've got some great athletes, and
yeah.
I wanted to mention the soccer team because we do have some representatives on this Terrace team that played for girls soccer. And the girls soccer had a tremendous season this year, getting into the state tournament, eventually succumbing to the defending state champions, Lakeside Lions.
Yeah, you've got both Mayas. We were just talking about that, the uniqueness of both of them being goalies for the Hawks team. I believe Nicole Penner was part of that program. Danny Cortezo, who's a JV player, decided to come out for hoops this year, and they're very well represented from that soccer team. A lot of multi-athletes.
Jasmine Walker was on that soccer team also.
Yep.
So congratulations to the Hawks girls soccer team for their tremendous season this year, and looking forward to another great year next year. They'll have a number of returners. They'll have to figure out what to do in goal.
Yep. That's going to be a tough one to fill, but you're right. Offensively and in the midfield, they return about as good as it gets in Wesco, with all those gals coming back for their senior year. So George Ramusis has got himself a nice group to come back for, and I'm sure there's probably going to be a few freshmen that'll come up and have gone through some of the select programs that will help him out as well.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see George back next year in the coaching ranks. He is in demand.
Yes, I know. He always is. And, he's got a 12-year-old at home that he loves to coach too. So, George has got a lot of options, that's for sure.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be back leading that squad next year. All right, we're about ready to return to action here at Mount Lake Terrace High School. We're seconds away from getting that second half started. Again, 25-14 here at the half. I wanted to mention also the JV game earlier tonight. The Mountley Terrace Hawks JV team picked up the win tonight over Kings, 50-32.
Yep.
Was that final.
It's always a good sign when you start off the game with a 24-0 run. You're probably going to have a good night if that happens. So,
congratulations to that JV squad for getting a win in their first game of the season.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. Got Steve Landreau ready to blow his whistle a little bit. Sometimes well, I'm just going to leave it at that. I got to be careful. I got to show restraint, don't I?
Again, 35 years of refereeing by Todd Weber here, and he knows everyone, knows everything. But Terrace is going to start out with possession here. Armstrong to Davis. And that ball gets knocked away by Gwen Sears. Takes it to the hole.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a block called to Miley Armstrong.
And I like that call by Steve. He waited for Wayne to make a call, but Wayne was out of position. And Steve waited, but there's something had to be called on that. When two players go down, you have to make a call. That was a good call.
So sometimes when there is a pause before a whistle, it's a referee waiting for another one to make a call.
So you got a guy in his primary, which was Wayne, and Wayne got beat on the play. And so Steve did a good job of letting Wayne take a look at it. He didn't have anything, knew that Wayne was blocked out, and went ahead and made the call afterwards. So, obviously I give Steve a hard time, but he's a veteran official. He knows how to make that call. And that call needed to be made.
Gwen Sears at the line for the Knights. First one's good. Second shot is good, but will be wiped off the board.
So, yeah, I'm not quite sure who the violation was on, but
someone stepped into the lane too early.
Okay. No, he said 23, so maybe it was Francisco. Here comes the pressure.
Kings with a little more stronger backcourt pressure this time.
Yeah, Kings is coming out with this. It looks like what looks like kind of a 3-1-1 press, where they're going to press. They're going to trap the corners here and try to intercept in the middle. So, yeah, that's a good.
Davis to Dunn to break the pressure.
Yep, nicely done.
Sheffield. Davis, she'll take the three from the top of the key, rims off, rebound to Ellard. Up to, that was Kramer, to Ellard. Inside to Kramer. No, that was Ellard on the inside.
That's Sears, got the ball now.
Ellard with the three from the corner, no good.
Got a rebound.
Got
to block out.
Caitlin Kramer with the putback.
Got to block out, guys. So
Sheffield.
Right now, I think Terrace is a little flat-footed. Might be a timeout here coming up.
Anderson can't get the lay-in to go for the Knights, but the Kings grabs the ball, sets up their half court. Francisco in the corner over to Ellard, back on top. It's Ellard with the short jumper.
They're finding that little cutter in the middle. That's something Terrace has got to work on because they're getting that 7-footer uncontested. That's not good.
Kings with 5 unanswered points to start the second half here.
And a great deal of pressure, too.
Sheffield.
A good job getting out of that.
Armstrong. Davis. Dunn. Dunn's going to try the inside.
That was a great call. She led with that front arm, and you can't do that as an offensive player. You can't extend that arm out.
Dunn gets called for the offensive foul.
Great call.
Second team foul against the Hawks in the second half.
Knights take over. Sears with the ball.
I know Cameron wasn't happy about that, but she's got to be careful not to extend that arm.
Anderson with the long three.
Boy, she has a nice looking shot, doesn't she?
Kaleo Anderson.
Right now.
Davis. Wild pass up the court. Ends up going out of bounds.
Right now, Terrace doesn't have an answer for that press, do they? They just can't see the court And give Kings credit. They're putting the pressure on them. Here comes Sierra
Checking back in for the
Sanko.
Hawks, number 33, Sierra Sanko.
In for Sheffield.
Let's see if Sierra can get some energy going in the right direction. She did it in the first half.
Jump ball, Sears to Ellard. Back to Sears. Down deep. That's Kramer. And that's Ellard with the 1-3.
You got to get in there and rebound.
Anderson with the rebound. King sets up again. Francisco drives the left side. Tries to get it over to Ellard.
Great defense by Cameron Dunn. She kept her from getting around the corner. It was great footwork by Cameron.
Dunn. Davis will take the 3. Rings off. The ball goes out of bounds. 5:09 to go. Hawks are still looking for the first second half points here.
Yep. It's been a tough go of it so far.
Anderson to Kramer into Francisco. Ball gets knocked away.
See, there's that Sanko energy.
Davis in the lane.
There it is.
Maya Davis with the first points of the second half for the Hawks.
Looks like we have 30-second timeout by Coach Starks.
33-16.
And I'll tell you, I'm just impressed when Sanko comes into the game. It just seems like the energy shifts, and she does those little things. You know, she gets a hand in the passing lane and makes a steal. She makes a nice little pass. She gets a rebound. She's definitely the Energizer bunny for Terrace right now. That was a nice sequence down court, and Maya did a good job of finishing that time too.
Sierra Sanko's in there on the court with Dunn, Armstrong, Beach, and Davis for the Hawks. On the court for the Knights continues to be Ellard, Anderson.
What does he do? I got to be careful. I'm quite sure what that was all about. Huh? Steve's? Does that mean that I need, Wayne's calf.
We're going to move to 2 referees. One is going to.
I got the call. They said no, thank you. You can stay. You're better off behind.
You don't have the striped shirt with you
I
tonight?
do. I actually have my pants, which doesn't really help too much, but.
That's Francisco with the drive, throws up
Nice
a wild
move.
shot, it goes in.
Sometimes you got to be better lucky than good, right?
Over Francisco, another 2 points. Dunn, Davis, Armstrong. Over to Davis. Davis drives.
Nice move
Shots
by
up.
Davis.
No
She
good.
follows it.
Rebound for Kramer for the Knights. They get the ball quickly up court. Francisco out to Ellard. Francisco with the 3.
Ball movement. Very good for Kings.
Increase their lead to 22 points.
You know, the one thing that Terrace is going to need to work on is their guard play. I think they got to have someone that's going to be able to handle that pressure.
There's Kaleo Anderson with the last points.
That's better. Yep.
And the Beach. Beach can't get the.
But there's Sanko.
Sierra Sanko.
She does it all. I got to be careful. She's in my walking class, and I don't praise her that much. She's not a great walker, I'll tell you that right now.
Wait a minute. We'll have to talk about that later. About what makes a great walker.
Yeah, I know. Great power walker. Let's just say she's not quite as motivated in that as she is out here on the court.
Turnover when Sears gets called for walking. It'll be Terrace ball. 2:56 to go here in the third quarter. Penner comes in for the Hawks.
Reimer's back in for the Knights.
Cox is in also. Kings. Davis with the drive, puts up a tough shot, no good.
See how right there. Sheffield with a tough shot. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a highlight reel right there. Jordan-esque.
Francisco with a
They
three.
just come right back, well, I'll tell you.
Ava Francisco's got 4 3-pointers in the game.
Yeah, they can't leave her open like that. She's just uncontested.
Total of 18 points for the senior for Kings. Cox with the ball.
I'd say you double team her and let somebody else on Kings beat you.
Ellard in the lane.
But the problem is they've got kids that can beat you, so they're a very balanced team.
Armstrong, Penner, Armstrong, Sheffield, Davis.
Good ball movement. Let's get a good
Penner,
shot.
Armstrong, Davis. Davis moving the ball along the perimeter.
Nice look by Maya Davis, and Sanko finishes.
Sanko.
Yeah, that was a nice movement by the Terrace Hawks that time.
Anderson to Cox. Back to Anderson. Francisco in the corner. Cross court to Cox. Francisco will eye the three. And there's another one for Ava.
Is that 5 for her now?
She's got 5 and 3 in a row.
Wow. Yeah, that's called in Fuego.
Davis. Armstrong. Sanko.
Yeah, good kick out.
Davis.
See, that's good ball movement right there.
Francisco with the rebound. Anderson with the ball for the Knights.
Yeah, that's a nice little move. A little short.
Anderson can't get the short on the drop. Hawks ball. Penner. Sheffield. And Armstrong, cross court to Penner. Sets up for the three.
Get in
In
there.
and out.
Just can't buy a bucket, can they?
Francisco walks out, gets the easy rebound. That's Anderson in the corner. That shot's no good. Davis skies for the rebound. Davis will bring it up court herself. 6 seconds to go. Steal. Cox. Cox gets blocked at the buzzer. Davis.
Pretty good block there.
Davis gets the rejection, and that's the end of the third quarter. 48-22. The Kings have the lead. Let's take a 30-second break. This is HBN Hawk TV.
Reminder that this is the season opener. The MTHS Hawks are back in action 2 more times this week. Girls basketball team will be on the road at Marysville Philchuck on Wednesday night.
And we are back here at Mount Lake Terrace High School, where the score is 48-22. The Knights have pulled out to a lengthy lead over the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks. The Hawks got outscored 23-8 in that quarter.
It's hard to compete with a gal, Francisco, who was she 5 for 5 that quarter in total shots.
She scored 11 in the quarter and 21 in the game so far.
Yeah, and I don't know. As a coach, you got to have somebody on her. I know it's tough, but because Kings can beat you in a bunch of different ways. But boy, she was that's a difference in the quarter right there.
Yeah.
Because Terrace was moving the ball pretty well. They just can't buy a bucket. King's got a few shooters on this team.
Caitlin Kramer can't get the long jumper to fall. Sheffield with the rebound for the Hawks. Sheffield, the spin move, will drive.
Nice little move, but she's got to finish. Good rebound
gets
there.
her own rebound. Sonko's deep, surrounded. Ball's on the court. Body's diving for it.
So we got Hawk ball.
That's Hurley Schmidt out there for the Hawks,
Yes.
getting her first action. She was in the scrum.
Yep, she was playing some minutes for the JV and looked pretty good out there. And now she's making her varsity debut, which is kind of exciting.
Nice.
Sophomore. Good athlete. Also does track and field.
Penner into Schmidt. Out to Sheffield. Into Sonko. Deep. Puts up the shot. Banks it in.
There we go.
Sierra Sonko has 11 points in the game. First one in double figures for the Hawks.
Yeah, she's really played well tonight. Oh, now the lid's kind of going on for Kings. They're popping in and out.
Kylie Benson with the shot that doesn't fall. Hawks ball. Penner into Sonko. Turnaround.
Look at Sonko just kind of taking over here.
Sierra Sonko with the pretty turnaround in
Yes.
the lane there.
Very, very sweet little touch she has there on her follow through and her.
Sheffield with the steal, takes it the whole way, puts up the right-handed lay, and it's good.
It's like Terrace is making a little charge here, showing some life. That's what you want to see in it from your as a coach. That's what you want to see. How do they respond to some adversity?
Caitlin Kramer misses Hawks ball. Sonko takes it the length of the court. Will get fouled, and we'll get a couple attempts from the free throw line.
Just we were talking about soccer players the other time. Up out in the court right now with Penner and Hurley Schmidt, you got two of our sprinters from the 4x1 that made it to state this year.
Ah.
So we got soccer represented, and we also got track and field represented out there.
Alexa Brock is seeing her first action for the Hawks. Number 3.
Well, looks like Coach Starks is opening his bench up a little bit and giving them some playing time, but also getting some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, a 20-point deficit with 6:13 to go.
Get some experience out there.
Sure.
Checking back in for the Hawks, number 11,
Like, commendable job by the referees, two-person. You know, they lost one of their folks, and now they're playing. Now they're reffing, which is 2. That's the way we used to do it back in the old days.
Sonko misses the 2 from the charity strike. King's ball. Francisco. Out to Sears. Sears will set up the offense. Over to Kramer. Kramer will take the 3. Rims off. Rebound Sonko.
You got to push. Got to push.
Sheffield.
Keep
long
chipping
pass.
away.
Tries to get it down to Schmidt.
Looks like we got a last touch by the Knight, so Terrace will maintain. See what they can do with this possession.
Armstrong will throw it in from the baseline into Sheffield. Ball gets stolen by Sears. Up to Anderson, who will get the easy 2. Forward
Sears with a steal, Anderson.
Miley Davis, senior, over to Sheffield. Sheffield will drive, puts up a wild
Sheffield's had a couple of those really tough shots that she's made. It's been fun. She's definitely on the highlight reel tonight.
Anderson.
Check in over here.
Sears. Sears with the ball. Over to Francisco. Sears. It's Anderson.
So we got
Back to Sears.
Jordan Wagner checking in as a freshman. It's pretty exciting.
Anderson with the pretty step shot, and it goes in.
We also got senior Jasmine Pennerman coming in, which is pretty awesome.
Schmidt. Sonko, Sheffield. Anderson, Miley. Armstrong with the long 3.
Some substitutions here.
And we got some wholesale changes.
Yeah, got a whole shift, like a hockey shift here. So everybody jumps out. And Anna Castilla's in as well. fives.
And number 21, Jordan Wagner. Mike Davis also checking back.
Check that lineup here. Make sure we get everyone mentioned there. That's Wagner over to Castillo.
Harris pass goes out of bounds.
The right idea. They had Jasmine up at the block, and Castillo threw a nice little bounce pass just a little bit outside the reach of her.
On the court for the Hawks. That's number 1, Castillo. Miley Armstrong, number 11. Davis is 24. That's Wagner, number 21, Jordan Wagner. That's Francisco with the 3 for the Kings, no good. Jump on. And Jasmine Penniman
Possession
for
Knights.
the Hawks.
No ball. Red possession error to Kings.
4:05 remaining in the game, and we're going to have a full timeout
Timeout Kings.
taken by
Full timeout.
Coach Taylor of the Kings. Let's take a 30-second break. This is HBN Hawk TV. And we are back here on HBN Hawk TV, where the Kings Knights lead 52-30 over the Mount Lake Terrace Lady Hawks. 4:05 remaining in this game. Mention one more time that tomorrow night you can catch the boys, Mount Lake Terrace boys. They'll be in action here at home, and you'll be able to see it right here on HBN Hawk TV. And then, the girls will be back at home on Friday. Come on out, see the game, or watch us online.
It's really been a tale of quarters 1 and 3, and we got a foul on the court.
Kaleo Anderson got fouled.
Number 1, Castillo, her first.
Seems like Kings has kind of owned the first and third quarters, and Terrace has come back in the second and fourth and battled pretty well, but it hasn't opened a little bit of a...
Ellard with the shot. Can't get the bounce. Tie up on the rebound.
Good sportsmanship there. Maya jumped in there to get the hand and pull her up.
Alternating possession will go to the Hawks. Armstrong. Hopefully Wagner. Ball gets thrown away. Anderson with the shot, no good. Davis with the rebound for the Hawks. Davis keeps her dribble alive. Left side.
Get that into the height, get it in the post play. Jasmine's open.
Wagner, Armstrong.
Good ball
Castillo.
movement. There it is. Nice look.
Pennerman.
You gotta get the ball up high. Good job.
Ball hits the end line before the Kings could corral it.
Hockey shift.
And yeah, the Kings are going to be bringing in some new players. We'll try to get them mentioned here. Kim Beard, number 1. Caitlin Kramer, number 2. Maddie Schilperport.
Yep, Schilperport, or Skillport.
Skillport, number 5, is out there for the Knights.
Ada Cox is in there.
And Lexi Reimer.
Yeah. And it looks like number, yeah, we already got that one.
So the 5 on court for the Kings, who will take over possession with 3:09 to go. They'll be facing a press here by the Hawks. Reimer trying to dribble through it. She does.
She did.
Skipperport tries to get it to the corner. Ball goes out. Possession goes to the Hawks.
It looks like Armstrong is limping a little bit, which isn't a good sign. Maybe the tendonitis you were talking about earlier, maybe coming back to get her a bit.
Davis bringing the ball up, gets fouled by Kim Beard.
Second team foul of the half on the night.
Both teams have played relatively disciplined defense. Not a lot of fouls in this game, which is kind of nice.
Davis gets a screen.
Give and go. Excellent.
Done with the play-in.
Count the bucket. Real nice movement there.
Yeah, give the assist to Davis on that one. They work the give and go.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing that combo during the season. I think that's going to be a real effective strategy for the Hawks. We got Dunn and Maya Davis kind of working together with Sheffield.
Dunn hits the free throw. Has 5 points in the game, all here in the fourth quarter. In deep to Beard.
And Pennerman makes her presence known, gets those tall, uses her height a little bit and alters that shot on defense. That was a nice play by Pennerman.
Jasmine Pennerman's listed at 6'3".
She could be someone that the Hawks could use too, and when they're playing some teams with that big post player, that tall post player.
Yeah, they'll see some of that here in Wesco League for sure.
Stanman's got a couple of tall girls, Snohomish does. Lake Stevens always has a couple of tall girls.
Davis with the drive.
Nice move.
Avoids the contact and gets the points. Maya Davis. Cox for the Kings. Up to Beard. Ball gets stolen by Castillo. Davis brings the ball up court.
Let's start looking inside. You got two players that are posting up, and I think
Davis will take
there we
himself.
go.
Pennerman with the rebound.
Yep, get it up, put it up. Oh. I think in that situation, Maya's an extremely gifted athlete. She's trying to do a little too much out there instead of kind of getting her eyes up and seeing Dunn and Pennerman down there on the block.
Nick Starks rescues the team a little bit with a timeout.
I think that was there was a violation coming up there pretty quick, I think.
You think a lane violation?
Yeah, or 3 seconds in the key, or it was a very smart timeout.
52-35, just a minute 37 remaining in this one. Francisco still leads the game with 21 points. Teammate Kalea Anderson has 15. We'll get some point totals here at the end once we finish off this final minute 37. That was Wagner in the corner. Battle for the rebound, held ball. Alternating possession will go to the Kings. Skipperport gets the ball stolen. There's Wagner with the steal, over to Dunn.
Definitely a power layup right there. Let's just kind of mow people over and get to the hoop. I love her aggressiveness.
Davis with the steal for the Hawks. She'll take it the whole way. Can't get the lay-in to drop. Grabbed by Castillo. Out to Davis. Down to a minute to go in this one. Castillo, she'll take a three. No good.
Not bad, not bad.
Rebound goes to Cox of the Knights. She'll slow it down a little bit. Cox will set up the offense. Over to Beard. Ball gets stolen. It's Dunn, Cameron Dunn with the ball for the Hawks. Out to Davis on top. Davis drives in the lane, stops, pops, and it's good.
Kind of her bread and butter shot right there. If she's under control, that's a tough shot to stop.
Davis with the steal. Davis spin move, puts up the shot, and it's good. Maya Davis. 15 seconds to go in this game. Not much time left. Shot clock is off. Team slow it down.
Slow it down and dribble it out, which is...
The Kings bench is celebrating their 3rd win of the season. It ends up being a 52-41 victory over the Mountain Lake Terrace Hawks. Hawks dropped their first game of the year to a very good Kings squad.
Yeah, definitely. Kings had depth, and they shot well, and they rebounded well. And the Hawks are going to be all right, though. They've got some athletes, and like you said, senior dominated. They're going to end up making some noise in this league this year. No question about it.
I think they're also just happy to be able to get down on the court.
Yeah.
Instead of beating each other up. And
yeah.
I'm easy.
Definitely. I think you can simulate all you want in the gym with each other in scrimmages, but it doesn't take the place of getting on the court with referees and fans and clocks and stuff. And so yeah, I agree with you. I think this is a good step in the right direction.
All right, we're going to get some point totals for you and then wrap this up here real quick. It is a school night, and we've got to get the kids ready for classes tomorrow here. Here's the unofficial points totals. Kings High School, led by Ava Francisco, 21 points. Kalea Anderson, 15. Catherine Ellard has scored 9. Caitlin Kramer with 4. Lexi Reimer came off the bench and had 2. And Gwen Sears with a single point in the game. For the Mountain Lake Terrace Hawks, I don't know if this is totally accurate, but here we go. Maya Davis led the squad with 14 points, 10 in the second half.
Yeah, she had a nice second half.
Sierra Sanko with 13. Maya Davis and Cameron Dunn had 7 each. Ainsley Beach had 2. Adds up to a 52-41 defeat to the Hawks. They'll be back at it Wednesday on the road. Back at home on Friday. Todd, thank you so much.
I would love to do it again if you'll have me.
We'll see. 9 home games. We'll do most of them. And the next one we'll do is on Friday. We'll see you then. This is Hawk TV HBN. Good night.
Good night.